right now. Now we're showing signs of weakness once again. So taking the long trade and riding it up to 78, that was worth close to 5 points. Okay, but shorting it back down to this same price is worth another 5. And the market is continuing to drop. Very interesting. Very interesting. There's no strength here. No strength. And here's our support lines. Those support lines from earlier today that we talked about. So, very, very interesting. Now, I don't know. I can't say that we're going to go back down to the low of the day. I really can't. It's a little bit too difficult. The VIX, of course, is trending up at this point in time, and we've got a gap way back at 25.55, and we're at 25.28 right now. So unless the VIX turns, the trend will continue, and yes, indeed, we're going to go and continue this drop. I myself would be very, very surprised if we hit a new low for the day. Earlier in the day, I had more confidence in that. Now it's harder to say. But given that we didn't hit a new high in the afternoon, we didn't hit a new high for the day in the afternoon, it's entirely possible we will hit a new low. So watch very carefully to see what occurs here. Now notice as we came in to test this low, what occurs on this chart. We get a momentary group reversal right in here. And the market takes off in the opposite direction. Now, trading the trend of the VIX being that it's going up, we can at times momentarily see a change in direction for a few ticks on the VIX. Trading these kinds of group reversals will generally make you a few points, but it could be counter trend. And what is happening, in fact, well, I can't say this for a fact, but it would appear that as this market has continued to move down, we're showing further weakness as it moves down, and even more weakness if it goes lower. So this change here from yellow to magenta to yellow, while it is in fact a group reversal, could just as easily be showing us that we are getting weaker the lower we get. And we say that because on one of our other charts, it's doing exactly the same thing. Yellow to gray, which is a -6 at the bottom. That means that at the bottom of that move there was nothing. There was no strength. Granted, we moved into a yellow again. That's a group reversal. But just as we indicated on our primary chart that we were talking about, there was nothing there. There was nothing there at all that suggested strength at the bottom of that move. So let me show it to you. And in fact, even before I do, let me just mention this word of caution. many of our traders will look at this kind of a situation and they'll take the long trade. They won't hold it very long, but they'll take the long trade and they can hope to make, you know, a point, 2 points, something like that, at least until they see some sort of a top. So it can be done. It's a scalping approach. You know, a fill at 71.50 takes you up to 73. Okay, there's money there, and some will use it effectively. But now let me take you back to the let's go back just a second here. I gotta get rid of some noise in this chart. Alright, so here's our primary chart. And what do you see here? Okay, you don't see any strength down here. Now we had group reversals, mind you. We had group reversals on our other charts. That's where some of the traders would have gone long. But here at the top of the moves is about where they're looking to exit. Okay, especially right in here. They could have exited that. Looks like it may continue to rally a little bit more, maybe go a little higher. And we've got a little bit of a gap on the VIX at 25.22. With that being filled, it might push the market up a little bit. So, in fact, we'll just watch this. If we had taken a long trade right in here, as some of our traders would, the gap on the VIX serves as a real nice basis for exiting the trade. And there's one other thing that's helping us right now to see that we could be at a bit of a top here, although not yet. In the RSKsys system, say that 10 times real fast, in our trading system, we watch these group reversals on a spectrum of different charts. They all have different, they're all based on different tick bar intervals. And that's why we're able to very quickly react to a change in direction without necessarily losing our concentration on our primary chart. We can just glance at what the other charts are doing and see whether there is reason to take action. Of course, we can set the strategy to do this for us, but for now it requires a measure of explanation to how this is happening. And so I'll mention, as you'll see on our website, that when we're tracking the MACD, we're using a very unusual approach, suffice to say. The tick bar intervals that we watch and we update the MACD calculations on range from as little as 50 tick bars to as much as 440,000 tick bars. 440,000 tick bars. That's the truth. That's how our system works. By the way, you have a little gap here. See that green line right there? That's a gap. Market will come down, fill that gap. That gap is at 972.